Hello guys, this is 12th Harbinger and welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to give you a complete build guide for Baizhu including his talent explanation, best weapons, artifact sets and stats, how much ER you need on him, constellations and team comps. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Baizhu is a Dendro catalyst user who specializes in healing the team. He can heal a lot and can heal all the party members at the same time with his elemental skill. Let's start with his talent explanations. His elemental skill unleashes a sprite that deals Dendro damage to enemies up to 3 times. After hitting 3 times, or if there are no opponents nearby, it will heal all the party members based on his max HP. This healing can go more than 10,000 with full HP build. 10,000 HP per party member is a lot of healing and you can easily keep your team at max health all the time. It has a 10 seconds cooldown. His burst provides a constantly refreshing shield every 2.5 seconds. Whenever the shield refreshes, expires or breaks, it will heal the active character. His burst lasts for 14 seconds and has a 20 seconds cooldown. His burst can shield and heal 6 times. Although the shield is not that strong as it has only 1k damage absorption, but he compensates for that with his healing ability. He can heal more than 6k HP each time with full HP build. His burst also has a very high energy cost of 80. His first ascension passive, 5 Fortunes Forever, will give buffs to Baizhu based on the HP of active character. If your active character has less than 50% HP, Baizhu gains 20% healing bonus, and if they have more than 50% HP, he will gain 25% Dendro damage bonus. Honestly, I am quite disappointed with this passive as Baizhu won't benefit from Dendro damage bonus since his most preferred build will be as a healer. They should have given this bonus to our active character. His second ascension passive, All Things Are of the Earth, buffs the Dendro reaction damage. The characters who are healed by his burst will gain increased Dendro reaction damage. Each 1000 HP that Baizhu has will increase Burning, Bloom, Hyper Bloom and Burgeon reaction damage by 2% and Aggravate and Spread reaction by 0.8%. This caps at 50,000 HP. So maximum Burning, Bloom, Hyper Bloom and Burgeon damage increase you can get is 100%. And maximum aggravate and spread reaction damage increase you can get is 40%. This effect lasts for 6 seconds. For his talent priority, level his elemental burst followed by his skill. You can level his normal attacks if you wish to use him as DPS. For his weapons, if you are using him in aggravate or spread teams, you can use Thrilling Tales or the Hakoshin ring for buffing your team's damage. If your team needs energy, you can use Fervonious Codex on him with some crit rate. If Baizhu needs energy, use his signature weapon Jadefall Splendor or Prototype Ember. His signature weapon is not that great and is pretty niche, so I don't recommend pulling for it. In Bloom teams, if Baizhu is the one triggering blooms, use 1000 Floating Dreams or Sacrificial Fragments or any other EM weapon on him. And lastly, if you want to use him as DPS, you can use him with his signature weapon Witsith, 1000 Floating Dreams, Tulay Tulla, Lost Prayer, Kagura, Solar Pearl, etc. Moving on to his artifact sets. There are various artifact sets you can use on him. Deepwood is the best set for Baizhu in Dendro focused teams to boost your team's overall damage. Even in double Dendro teams, use him on Deepwood as it doesn't have much damage. In teams where there is not much Dendro damage like aggravate teams, you can use him with 4-piece Instructor or 4-piece Ocean Clam set for some off-field damage. Alternatively, you can use him with 2-piece Ocean Clam or Maiden's Beloved with 2-piece Tenacity. Regarding how much energy you need on him, it will vary depending on your team. Generally speaking, you will need around 220% ER if he is the solo Dendro, and with double Dendro or Fervonious weapon around 170 to 180% energy recharge. You can further reduce the amount by using Prototype Ember. The amount you need may vary depending on your playstyle, teams or weapons you use. Raiden Shogun or Baizhu C1 can further reduce the amount of ER you might need. These are just my rough estimations, so use this as general guideline of what you might need for your team. For healer build, HP % or energy recharge on Sands, HP % on Goblet and HP % on Circlet. If you are using Fervonious, you can use Crit Rate Circlet. This type of build is helpful if you have an on-field unit that utilizes second ascension passive or in teams where you take a lot of damage like Bloom teams or Burgeon teams. Or you can use hybrid build by using HP % Sands and Dendro damage Goblet and Crit Rate Circlet for some damage. And for Bloom teams, if he is the one triggering blooms, build him full EM. Moving on to his constellations. His first constellation gives him 1 extra charge on his elemental skill. This can give you more healing and Dendro particles. I don't think this is necessary since he already has good enough healing. His second Constellation deals extra Dendro damage when the active character hits an opponent and also heals the character. This attack is called Gossamer Sprite Splice. Third and fifth Constellation are talent levels. Fourth Constellation will give 80 elemental mastery to all the party members after using his burst. And the last Constellation will increase the damage of his burst by 8% of his max HP. Additionally, when his elemental skill or the second Constellation hits opponents, it will generate a seamless shield. This effect can only be triggered once by his elemental skill or the second Constellation. Honestly, I don't think his Constellations are that great and he is perfectly fine at C0. Moving on to his team comps. Baizhu is a Dendro healer, so you can use him in any Dendro team as he can fill two roles of healer and Dendro enabler. You can use him in Bloom teams. Here are few Bloom teams example. Baizhu with Nilo and two Hydro characters. Baizhu, Nilo, Hydro and a Dendro character preferably Nahida. Baizhu, two Hydro characters and Kawe. You can use him as Hyper Bloom driver with a Hydro character like Yelan or Xingqiu, EM Raiden or EM Kokishinobu to proc Hyper Blooms, and the last slot is Flex. Here you can use another Hydro or Electro character. He is also great support for characters like Alaitam, Saino, Kaching who are good in Quicken teams. If you have Alaitam and Nahida, you can make a triple Dendro Quicken team, and it will also be the best spread team for Alaitam as Nahida and Baizhu will provide buffs to Alaitam who will mostly be on the field. Baizhu will provide shields and heals. Also his shields are not that strong, he compensates for it with his massive healing. Nahida has great off-field damage and can generate a good amount of Dendro particles. Since there are 3 Dendro party members, there won't be any energy issues for Alaitam and you can focus on building offensive stats on him. You can run Deep Wood on Nahida and Instructor or Noblesse on Baizhu to maximize Alaitam's damage. Since Baizhu is a Catalyst user and also benefits from HP, you can run him with Thrilling Tales to give the massive attack boost to Alaitam. And the last Electro character can be someone like Fischl or Yaemiko who can deal some great off-field damage while also providing consistent Electro uptime. This team allows you to completely focus on offensive stats on Alaitam, and with all the buffs he can get from these 2 Dendro units, he can hit like a truck with spread reaction. Overall, Baizhu specializes in healing the team while also providing some off-field Dendro application through his burst. He can also be the on-field driver in Bloom or Hyper Bloom teams, and he can fit into any Dendro team comps. Since he is not released yet, we can't exactly tell how good he will be. Baizhu's amazing healing can make your playstyle comfortable, but you should not be forced to pull for him since Kokishinobu or Yao Yao provide enough healing to clear the Spiral Abyss. But since he is a Dendro character while also providing buffs and a comfortable playstyle, he will be a great character. And that's all for this video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments how are you going to build your Baizhu. You can watch my how many Primo gems you can save for Baizhu till the end of his banner video to know how much you can save for him. Don't forget to leave a like and share the video with fellow Baizhu hunters. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Genshin content. Thanks for watching.